Hey guys, it's good to be back with you. Today we are going to be making a apple tart. We've just got a sprinkle of raisins on there with a dairy-free cinnamon custard. Now let's get started and now we do this. Now I've got 4 apples. I'm really going to use 5 and I'm just peeling them. The peeler doesn't really work for me because I'm left-handed. Next time I'll get a left-handed peeler. Now I'm cutting them up into 4s and then just taking out the core. Can you see that? I'm going to just kind of, take off the remaining skin. As I said, I really struggled with the peeler. Here we go. I'm just going to slice them into thick, about 2-inch, 1-inch slices. Just because what I find sometimes when the pieces are too thin, they tend to just break up too quickly and too easily in the pan. Now when I cook my apples, I like to use a slow simmering heat as well. So I'll just get that out the way from now. So I'm just going to cut these all up and core them as you can see. Nice, quick and easy. I'm also going to be washing them, so that's why I've got the little container there for that. Since this lockdown, I found myself doing a lot more baking and making my own desserts. I just feel sometimes when you get the shop bought desserts, they kind of taste the same. So I'm finding myself just experimenting with different types of desserts and, sometimes I just find it quicker. I've been making dairy-free apple crumbles as well. I will definitely do a video on that. And different types of custards, which are dairy-free. The reason why I've gone down the dairy-free route is because my daughter is dairy-free now. So still got to give her the things she likes and the things she's used to. So I'm just trying to incorporate different types of things with the dairy, without the dairy, obviously. So yeah, let's get back to what we were doing. Now I've washed the apples. I'm going to use a bit less than 1/4 of a cup of water. Depending on how much apples you have and the sizes of the apples, you don't want to use too much water because the apples are going to create their own. I'm also using about 1/4 cup of cinnamon and 4 tablespoons of vanilla because it depends on the quality of your vanilla. Because of the lockdown, I've not been able to get the vanilla I would normally get. So I want to feel that punch of vanilla in there, so about that. Now, I'm also going to be using fresh nutmeg. I grate that in there. And I'm also going to be using about 1/2 teaspoon of salt, just for a balance and flavour. Now you can see me putting the sugar in now. So that would be 1/2 cup of sugar, brown sugar. I sometimes blend my sugar. I do use a low heat to cook it down on. I find when the heat is too high, the apples tend to mash. And they're just not the texture's not right. So I like to use a low heat. Now you can see me grating the nutmeg. I do like quite a bit in there, but there's still a balance because you don't want it to taste like soap, so you still got to gauge that and go for what you want. I tend to kind of just look. That's probably about what I'd say about 1/2 teaspoon, a teaspoon, depending on if you really like it in there. So yeah, that's how I would gauge that for me personally. Now this is the cinnamon I use. I get it from Costco. It's a bit soggy, but we're just gonna do a quick thing today. Make it nice and quick and easy.
Yep, you can see my son's chewed the top already. I had it defrosting and he started to chew it. Burst the packet. I think he thought it was some kind of cake or some kind of pastry what he could eat, which was sweet or something. I don't know, but the packet definitely intrigued him. Okay, so I'm just gonna put it in here. I mean, I know that it's best to use I'm just gonna see how it fits first. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna do anything you know, too thing. You have to be careful with the nails, not too outstanding. I'm just gonna kind of slap this bad boy in. See my nails already, and just kind of try and just work it around here. You have to be very careful with your fingers. Just try and place it in the best you can do here by just letting it guide its way in. So, there we are. Okay, you can just press down the top if you want your eyes. I mean, some people let it go over when they're baking, you know, puff pastry. But as I said to you, I'm not gonna lie to you, I've not done this for a while. Sometimes I make my own pastry, but today I'm just like, I just want something sweet, quick, easy, without all the fuss. See there, nice and simple. Okay, we've got a little bit more there, so any kind of area what just needs patching in, like here, I'm gonna patch it in with a little bit of dough. Patch that in. Yeah. Careful with the nails. Make sure your hands are clean when you're doing this as well. You can still see hair, but do a little bit here because sometimes, you know, the nails can get too involved. You can do it like this. This is also a good way. You can see it there. A bit like that. You know, it's never going to be a bad thing. A little bit more. And then we're going to put it in the oven. I'm going to burst some. I'm going to use a fork. A lot of piercings and holes in it. Then I'm going to put it into the oven. The oven's already warm. I've got it on about 180, just warming. Do that. Or the other way you can do it is, you know, use rice. Yeah, sometimes I can't bother doing that, but today, sorry about that, guys. Today I'm just going to I'm just going to pierce as many as I can, then pull it in. If you've got any concerns about any holes, none of this is really going to be seen anyway, to be honest. Just try and make it as pretty and as decent if that's what you're about, if that's what you want to do. Not literally if that's what you're about. There's nothing wrong with being pretty, girl, but you know what I mean. Like, I'm just kind of trying to make a quick thing. There we go. So I'm just gonna do some down there so we don't get no okay, that's a bit big, that one. We're not gonna get no issues with what we're doing here. There you go. No issues. It's a little patch job. Yes, it could be prettier, but I'm not doing that right now. I'm just gonna do a little 5 minutes dessert.
As you can see, we've got a bit of pullback on the pastry, but that's fine. Well, I'm not a pastry chef, so let's get this done. And it's just a quick thing, you know. You just feel like something sweet, you want to just do it, and you've got the pastry there. Coming up to Christmas, I want to do more recipes using pastry, so tune in for that. I am a small channel, so please like and subscribe if you like what you see. Now I'm going to add some apple cider vinegar. It's optional, you can add lemon, but I'm going to use apple cider. And also I'm going to add about 1 teaspoon of like a thickening agent. You can use cornstarch or you can use flour, depending on what you prefer. Now I'm just going to add that to a little bit of water and then make a little bit of a paste with that. Then add it in, and you can see how it's thickening. If you need to add more, then do that. But here we go. I've finished up now. I've sliced the remainder of the pastry into strips at the top, added some raisins, added some sugar, and now I'm about to make a custard with the remainder of the juices from the apples. So the other thing with the apple tart, I put it in at gas mark 190 for approximately 20 minutes. So that's already in. Now with this I'm going to put a cup of oat milk into the pan and just give that a mix. Now I am totally improvising here. I'm going to use 2 egg yolks. I wish I'd used 3. I think it would have been a lot more easier to thicken it, so I suggest using 3. Now it's totally up to you if you want to add any more cinnamon or vanilla. This is the first time I'm making it, so I chose not to. Now I've got this on gas mark 2 and I'm just letting it simmer down. I'm going to add some thickening agent in, i.e. cornstarch or a bit of flour, maybe about a tablespoon. Make a paste and just see what kind of thickness you like, just by adding that paste in bit by bit and whisking it. Now I'm probably going to pull it in for a bit longer because I think the strips may need a little bit longer at the top. But tell me you won't be proud of this. You made this, a little bit of a tart, nice and quick, and a nice easy custard, dairy free. You know, you've ticked all the boxes here. That's how I feel anyway. And you can see the thickness of the custard. It tastes absolutely fantastic as well. The cinnamon wasn't overwhelming in the custard. It really complemented, and it wasn't too sweet as well. Everything just worked really well together. I'm just sprinkling a little bit of sugar on top. It's probably best if you use icing sugar, but I didn't have none of that in, so I just improvised. And here we go, guys. Wonderful.